infamous gunslinger Desmond Gibbons, better known across the Wild West as the Cactus Kid, comes to the sleepy town of Clarkson. Trouble finds him in the unlikeliest of sources, the sheriff. After their conflict, the Cactus Kid finds himself inexplicably wearing the badge of a lawman. Later, while on the trail of a serial killer, he and his deputy run afoul of a powerful druid, and the events that lead to the Cactus Kid's transformation into the hulking, four-armed projectile reptile are even more than the druid bargained for. From the Wild West to current-day Los Angeles, where he meets superheroes Black Eagle and Red Hawk and forms an uneasy alliance with the stunning but deadly Kitty Hawk. Join the projectile reptile on a journey of gunslinging druidic magic, superheroes, and artifacts. Projectile Reptile from Dojo-kun Comics, only on Indiegogo. Are you ready for the truly Wild West?
Wake up! My mind, I don't wanna think about moves every time. I when you back a smile and everything you do. Don't you understand, girl? This love is true. Your side's a credential, sweet and thin. That's kinda like a vision upon your skin. It lights up my day, and that's oh so true. Together we're one, separated we're two. So make you all mine is my desire. Cause even in the world for you that I admire. You're pretty plain and simple, you rule my world, so try to understand. I'm in love, girl. I'm so in love, girl. I'm just a love girl, and this is true. Girl, you know it's true. I love you. Yes, you know it's true. I love you. Girl, you know it's true. My love is for you. Girl, you know it's true. My love is for you. This is some sort of thing, girl, I can't explain. My emotion starts up when I hear your name. Baby, your sweet, sweet voice whispering in my ear. Then I let my system go when you are near. Come with the positive emotion that I'm making enjoying. That's what made it bust. It's like a girl and a boy. These feelings I get, I often wonder why. So I thought I might do something close to you and I. The real, I don't care, as I said before. The reason that I like you, girl, you're for what you are. If I said I think about it, you rule my world, so try to understand. I'm in love, girl. I'm so in love, girl. I'm just a love girl, and this is true. Girl, you know it's true. I love you. Yes, you know it's true. I love you. Girl, you know it's true. My love is for you. Girl, you know it's true. My love is for you. I'm in love with you, girl. 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 Girl, you know it's true. I love you. Yes, you know it's true. I love you.
Sad, 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 sad.
My name is Avery Fletcher. After 7 years away, I have come home with only one goal: to save my father. But to do that, I can't be the woman I once was. To honor my father's legacy, I must become someone else. I must become something else. I must become Screecher.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
First introduced in the 3-issue miniseries Sporkman Goes to Japan, ADF agent Natsumi stars in her own spin-off manga series, Spearhead. Spearhead Zero follows the events of Sporkman Goes to Japan and sets the stage for Natsumi's solo adventure as she faces threats to Japan, both old and new foes, as well as learning more about her past and destiny. Spearhead Zero is an action-packed 20 pages of manga goodness. Let the chase begin.
Hey Matt, do you think you'd do me a favor and go get some... What is that?
It's baby.
Baby?
My baby.
Your baby?
It's like, would you like to hold it?
But yeah, sure.
And you can buy it too for $18.37.
What?
And you can buy my baby too at Amazon.com. White Scar, Trials of Black Shimad. In the book, the self-appointed savior of the world, Black Shimad, has Hampton Academy on lockdown. No one can get in and no one can get out. It's up to the two main protagonists, White Scar and Twinkle, to liberate everyone from his clutches. Find out what happens when you purchase a copy on Amazon.com today!
Should have known. You've been single for 23 years.
Yep.
Okay, that's the pre-show, and it looks like I'm the only one live. This is the slowest show on earth. Welcome to it. Let me get rid of that, and then you can see, yes, I am solo, but not detained, or whatever the word may be. Welcome, everybody. This is Hero Shack Live, episode 8, I think. Really, we've been doing this for years, every Wednesday night, and tonight is a special night because it's Thanksgiving. Diana's foot is aching and breaking, so she is limping around the house trying to prepare the Thanksgiving meal, and she shall be with us shortly, Lord willing. And Jace, who did you mean was big? Did you mean the guy in the drawing? I really got to get a new copy out to you because things have grown and changed even since the last one I sent, which was just last week. A lot of redraws, and I have to make some decisions about the image of the characters, specifically style wise. Yeah, Canadian Shield. That is Rick Piper's flagship book, published by Cross Comics out of Canada, and he's a frequenter here. One of my buddies. He actually drew one of the stories, wrote and drew one of the stories in Trolls Exposed. Excuse me, had a little burp there. We had Hamburger Helper this evening, so it was quite interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, buy in demand, I mean on Kickstarter. His campaign... No, it's on Indiegogo. I'm sorry. He's still in demand on Indiegogo, not Kickstarter. I believe. Now, he's not here, which doesn't surprise me because, it's Thanksgiving Eve. But it's good to see you. I think... Oh, look. Speaking of the brother. What's up, Rick?
Hey. Not much. Yourself?
Not much. So, Blade Levitch, just for reference, is my son. Father of my grandchild.
Cool. That's always cool.
Very
people
cool.
Watching you.
Well, especially him. Like maybe Dante's there. His first exposure to his grandfather's crazy stream. I'm going to turn down my monitor sound a little bit because it's coming through real loud. But
yeah, I thought I heard myself coming through somewhere.
It's probably me, no doubt. So like I said, Diana's the walking wounded. I don't even know if she'll get in here tonight. I told her she didn't have to.
Yeah.
There's not much promotion to do because, I'm doing Mangai Yoshokin, but I haven't done... It's not close enough for me to really start promoting. I'm just trying to get feelers from family and friends. And
yeah. Cool.
Second night. Oh, wow. So Dante has been promoted to his own bedroom. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
That's a big step. Pretty soon, we're all going to be looking at, okay, what kind of car can we buy him? Just another 16, 17 years or so, right?
Yeah, something like that. Well, I think I already know the answer to this, but did you read that script I sent you? Or...
No,
yeah.
No, I you know what though? I do have it. You know that, right? I have the link. Yeah. I looked at it. I can't tell you well enough that I read it. I skimmed some of it and had to put it down. It's been busy. Plus I've been selfish with my time as far as drawing. So like you want to see something I did this week?
Sure.
All right. Do you know who Phil Russert is?
Not offhand.
All right, so he's a friend of mine that I've known from the conventions and stuff, and so he has that character Tragedy that I've been putting in the trailer lately, the pre-show. So this was like one of the things I drew this week, which I was really happy with. And this is his girl. But the one thing I like, it's hard to explain, I guess, but his character, see that mask down there in her hand? It's really grotesque on her face. Like it makes her look like a real, like different kind of like, Arr! So I like taking the mask off and I thought this was cool. Now, inadvertently, see the guy in the background with the sword in his back?
Yeah.
He resembles Phil a little. And I didn't even realize that until Phil said something like, with friends like Chris. I was like, oh, snap, right?
Yeah.
Yes, fun. Jason's son's first bike. Hey, look who else is here. Welcome, Tim. Tim, for those who don't know, is the writer, creator, and all-around Melbourne god. Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good.
Hey, Webtoons, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing Webtoons.
I haven't tried that yet, but I am interested in learning a little bit more about your experience in it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just quick and easy content to put out there. So, and plus it's all the stuff that's not in the comic book. That's kind of more backstory and such.
So how's the response been?
Slow. I mean, I just kind of picked. I actually had it before. I just kind of redid it, and it's kind of.
I know nothing about it.
I've got a Webtoons too.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Well, I think we probably grabbed ours around the same time, Tim. I've got a little bit more up on mine than Tim, but.
Well, I got about 8. Some of it's also going to be kind of like art too. That's the concept drawing that was done.
Yeah.
I don't know, is it worth doing? Even just to have as an online resource for people to check out?
Well, I mean, couldn't
do
hurt.
They charge you anything?
No, they don't. And actually, if you last time I knew, if you get popular enough, you can actually make money.
Yeah, you have to have you have to have so many subs, but it's free for people to look at and read. So
is it something so it's similar to YouTube for comic books?
I wouldn't even say comic books, but more comic strips.
Yeah, but I mean, I just thought it'd be something to kind of build content.
Yeah, build content, maybe build some followers.
Yeah,
it's like. Oh, some people put up a page at a time. Some people put up short little things,
I mean, a lot of the stuff I was putting up was it was the thing that was originally supposed to be Melvin F. And I thought, well, I mean, Sherwin is good. His artwork seems to be more suited for web comics anyway. I think it looks better that way. So. I've been kind of meaning.
The red was strobing at my monitor. I had to take that off.
Yeah. So, there's a whole bunch of material no one's ever seen yet. That Sherwin and I were, working on. There's a backstory about where how Melvin, Melvin's childhood and, where he got, and there's gonna be actually more of the stuff of how he trained to become a mercenary is going to be covered in the comic book, but. There might be an origin of where the cult came from. Oh yeah,
no I got it. All right.
Yeah, shorts from the Crossverse.
Yeah, I got. Now this is non-canon stuff, but I did.
I think it'd probably take a long time to build it up, though. It's not something that's going to be that's quick, kind of right away stuff.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it's up here. So, I have my character, the Flame. Sometimes you need to be fired up. And he gets hit by a blast from Snowdrift.
And sometimes
you need to cool down.
Oh, okay. That's yeah. That's me. I need to cool down sometimes. I need to chill out.
Not me. I'm a perfect lukewarm.
I just posted a video that was some guy doing an Eminem parody where it's Eminem disses everything.
Well, he kind of does in real life too, doesn't he?
Well, he kind of he kind of went through, got where he was through battle rapping. So everything he does, I guess, is in that style of battle rap. Which is
he's got some good stuff though. I like him enough to say that he's got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Not everything's good. Some of it's real crap, but
yeah.
Oh man, Rick, what'd you do, brother?
Oh, did it go?
Oh, yeah, no. You're sharing everybody. You're sharing the StreamYard, but it's all right. It doesn't look bad. It looks cool.
Here I can.
Look, hang on, I'll make you big. We are in the paradox of time. We are a universe within the universe.
Don't
There
even
we
get
go.
started about time
Should
travel.
be-
I don't want to hear about that.
But yeah, here's another little one. Canadian Shield versus a character called Ape. Sup and desist your destruction, Ape. Wham! What'd I say? Just with one wham, Canadian Shields all the way
Oh,
buried
come
in the
on now.
ground.
You can't do that. You can't make Canadian Shield into a wimp. What's up with that?
I'm
shit?
assuming the next frame would include Shield coming out and destroying him.
Yeah. It was just a little joke thing I did a long time ago, and I updated it.
Yeah,
I
do
got
one
you
where he
because
throws
he's
a
like so
banana off a
strong, it
cliff
doesn't
and-
hurt him to
and
be
he
knocked through
goes
the ground
after
like a spike.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's another little one. Arrgh! What should we do with this thug? Well, he's only a 2-bit thug, and his only worth is because God loves him. So I say, drop him. No, wait. Don't drop him. I was just joking. Sometimes the shield's a little too serious.
Gotcha. Well, he could have caught him with super speed and all.
Yeah, true.
You could have said something like, "Wait, I don't seriously mean drop him. I mean just put him on the ground."
So I got my background there, but you can't see it because it's all obscured by our things, but that's all right. That's one of the backgrounds from like the main guy Yoshokin book is getting so detailed that I'm scaring myself because I don't usually do stuff like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, like I was gonna launch in October, and I'm so glad I didn't even try that. Like I'm just content doing the signups right now because it's just, yeah, it's much better this way. And it's funny because there are things I have to go back and completely redraw, but I have to sit down with a couple of artists, and actually I would need to talk to some people about direction. Yes, is that the cover for Melvin 2?
That's Melvin
Or,
1.
what is that?
Melvin 1.
Oh.
Or one of the covers for Melvin 1.
Yeah, these are the last 3 original copies I have.
Hey, remember to save one of those for me.
Are you saving any for yourself as well? That's the cover we have.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Well, it's weird because we take them to conventions and stuff. Yeah, we don't even have one framed. Like I have one that says my copy on it. Like I wrote it on it so I wouldn't lose it or sell it.
I sort of did that too. I signed the first one and put first signed.
Very cool. Yeah, no, I didn't do any of that. I've got like 9 books on the shelf that we've produced, but I didn't do any of that. But
I actually sent three copies of leftover Melvin number 1s to the Shaggy and the Creep show. Only I found out that they decided to go a new direction. Now it's just going to be the newly relaunched Shaggy show. If you know who Shaggy 2 Dope is.
No.
He was one of the guys from ICP.
Yeah, all right. He's not going to do comics anymore?
No, he's a rapper. Remember Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about, but I actually did a wrestling show with them once.
Yeah. I guess he had done YouTube with this guy called Keegan the Creep, and it's just them doing silly things. Like I think one of them that they had to design a tattoo for each other, but they couldn't see what each other's tattoo was. Or they went to the Renaissance Fair, and it was a pretty funny show.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But they opened up mail, and I sent like 3 copies, and only to find out they had actually kind of like, I think Keegan does like Twitch now, and Shaggy 2 Dope's doing his own show. So I don't know what's going to happen.
So your books got caught in the limbo there?
I don't know. I sent it to their P.O. box, so I'll find out.
Yeah. Jace actually was there when we did the ICP show. I believe we went to dinner with them. I know we did a limo ride. I think we did dinner, and they were really cool. In fact, it was kind of neat.
I heard they're really into comic books. they really like comic books too. So
They probably do, but at that time, we were all like stargazing and like I had a little music thing going, so we were like trying to be cool. Yeah, hey, look, we're ICP. They're like, yeah, whatever, guys. We're nice, but yeah.
yeah. Who
Island
else
J
has-
and
And see,
what's that?
These copies right here are going to a little show called Creature Features that they open up mail too. So I was hoping to like write a letter, send those, and kind of plug Melvin too at the same time.
Jace
No
is
one
hitting on some memories here. This is absolutely true. They gave us like a crate full of merch. Like,
He
and
says
it came
they
a
gave
month
me
before
so
the
much
show.
inappropriate merch. What is he?
Oh yeah, it was, man, because it was like Hatchet Man stuff, and like sending Jace to school and Hatchet Man was a little controversial.
I don't know if it's inappropriate now. It's kind of like their logo. How is that inappropriate compared to the Misfits Crimson Ghost logo?
Well, it was in Florida, what, 2015, no, 20 years ago, at least 25 years ago. And Florida is still pretty conservative. So, yeah, they didn't like it. They wouldn't have liked Misfits either. They were very, yeah.
Oh, hey, no, this is an interesting story. Apparently, the Misfits got arrested back in the day for suspicion of grave robbing. But what they did was they broke into a cemetery to find the grave of a famous voodoo practitioner, and they got arrested. And they bailed themselves out. There was a court date, and they decided to leave the state of Louisiana and go to a gig in Florida.
I never saw that episode of Jim and the Holograms.
No, this is the actual band, the Misfits. You silly Canadian man.
Then again, I didn't see a lot of episodes of Jim and the Holograms.
I saw almost all of them because they came on, I think, in between He-Man and Thundercats when I was like in my, middle school years. So it was always like, Jim. He kind of faded out.
Back in the days when it didn't matter. It was a cartoon. You sat and watched it, and that was your whole Saturday morning. Didn't matter what it was. It was a cartoon.
Oh, Saturdays were hell because I had to bounce between 3 networks trying to find something suitable.
Yeah, I remember that. Going from 3 or 4 different networks.
Yeah, you're like on CBS, you're like more Tom and Jerry. You go to NBC, it's the Smurfs. If you were lucky, ABC would be showing like some offshoot of the Super Friends or Superpower show, which was
all I know is we'd get up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and watch cartoons all morning long.
Yep.
And then we get kicked out of the house, and I'd sneak back in only to get kicked out again. Get outside.
So here we have Feel the Heat of Sunset. And now Snowdrift's a puddle.
Oh, okay, she can melt?
No, it's a joke. As it says, okay, this is ridiculous. I'm not made out of snow and ice.
Gotcha, but that would have been that would have been neat, like, because then she could be like a living puddle and have to like
cold as ice.
Yeah, it's just me being weird.
Yeah, that's what I just figured. Heat melts. The ice. She's Snowdrift. I thought it'd be a nice little comical thing.
It is, but I'm a little thicker than the average bear. So I'm like,
you guys have seen the preview for the backup story for Melvin 3. A little preview
on Webtoons.
Oh no, on Twitter. I posted up some pages.
Oh yeah. I think I have too. Yeah, I usually like and share everything.
We will see the first appearance in this backup story of a character known as Robo Rick.
Oh, you've been hyping that. Like some guy was saying it was the hottest property or something. I was like, God, cool.
That joke, and I think Rick remembers that joke. We were. I don't know who brought it up, but we were talking about Robo Rick because it's like RoboCop.
Yeah. Yeah,
by
it's
the
a
way,
joke. I forget. It's somehow a joke at my expense.
Oh no.
So, but this version of Robo Rick's a little different, though. He's supposed to be the gray aliens. Those aliens that everyone thinks they all look gray with these huge eyeballs. So that he's their security, but see, he everything he's ever loved is gone. He's supposed to be dead. They brought him back to life and made him a cyborg, and so he just really doesn't care. Like those, our two main characters, Zed and Odysseus, they'll be escaping. And they'll stop him, and he's like, "Stop! Fuck it. Let's go back to reading."
Yeah, have him
He
reading
just doesn't care. He doesn't. His life means nothing. It's just like
Yeah. Hey, you just got to make sure you have him reading an old comic of the Canadian Shield or something.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. I'll have them if you can. They'll have it'll be like torn on the cover a little bit, so because it's so old. But yeah, we'll do that. That'd be awesome.
Hey, okay. I gotta take a time out and show you guys something. I'm gonna put Tim on the spot at the end of it. Okay?
What?
Yeah.
What spot are you going to put him on?
You'll see. Watch. Okay. What motivates you?
It's
EVS and
hilarious.
CG Kings. Money. Andy draws. My passion for my craft. Literally nobody.
No one.
I want to be a better person.
Here's me. Let me do this. Let me do this.
I only
Pure
live to
spite.
prove haters wrong.
Hold on. Pure spite. I only live to prove the haters wrong. I succeed to make them suffer.
You should have us on the
Olsen.
side so you can see that all better, Chris.
Yeah. Look, I'm not a real good producer, Hang on. There we go.
Look, sometimes you need to kind of you need to kind of step back and laugh at yourself a little bit, or else
I gotta tell you, I saw that shit and I laughed. I was like, "Oh damn!" And you were the one sharing it, so I knew it was safe. I'm like, "Oh damn, that's funny, man." Because Tim gets like that, man.
I do. It's true.
I thought Tim had it made up himself at first.
No. It was one. It's
And
probably
then
one of
I
those,
seen that Gable shared it. Or Gable,
Yeah,
Gable making it.
Gable sent it to me, and I'm like, dude, that is hilarious. I can't even get mad at that. That's hilarious. So
Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with everybody and get your reaction live because I was
look how red and angry I look.
I know it's freaking hilarious, and I do particularly love the literally no one or literally nobody. I want to be a better person. Like, does that not describe? Like, I've never heard a comic book creator say, "I'm making my comics so I can be a better person." No, we don't do that. No, we're there to maybe make other people better. We might have that delusion, or we might be there. Some of us actually just want to entertain others. Whoa!
Honestly, that's sometimes spite is like the it's not the reason why I do it, but it's the thing that lights a fire under my ass.
Me too. I actually can relate to that because when we don't, sell 1 billion comics, I'm like, I get down on myself and I get down on like, I have to show everybody because this wasn't big enough. I have to do bigger. I have to do better.
Right.
I know what you mean. It's like a fire that almost like when you're in school and you're in 6th grade and an 8th grader knocks you over and you're like, all right, bitch, I'm going to grow another 6 inches this year.
It's on. It's on.
And Chris, you just stopped in the chat to say hi. Aren't you on the stream with us here?
Oh,
well, that might be Diana as me.
Yeah, I know. I'm teasing.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what she's up to. I know that she was in major pain and probably still is.
And she's right beside you.
No, well, she is, but she isn't. We're one.
I mean, for on the screen here.
Yeah, I put her there. I don't know if she's actually there. She's not muted, but I can't hear her. She
I'm here. Oh my God, I'm here. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, hey,
I
babe.
see my foot.
So anyway, I feel my reason why I do what I do is I have stories to tell. I like to tell stories. That's why. And I just got word from some of my coworkers that their kids love the book. Well, one can't read yet, but he loves the pictures, and the other one another coworker, her son loves reading the book, so
Good.
Well, that's good.
that's a payoff right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You've got to get to shows like so. Tim, the library show we did was
Yeah.
possibly the most self-gratifying thing we could have done because it's in my hometown with kids that I mostly know, and
Yeah.
it was so cool. And it's actually laying the groundwork to do a lot more locally than I ever realized because there's a lot of kids now curious about comic books because Mr. T is into comic books and
Right. Well,
It's-
I have there's going to be a show in Middleton, Author Palooza. I left my contact information for that. I'm going to make sure I keep on that.
so you want a tip?
What?
Don't go absolutely nuts on your booth, but do try to get something professional looking for like a good banner. Like they have the 3x6 that stand vertical, or we have one that goes across as well. But like all you really need is a good looking, size banner that goes behind your tables. It gets so crazy sometimes. Some people will overdo it.
Can I get like a cutout of Melvin that stands up or something?
Oh yeah. I did the same with Cyclopean. Rick does it with Canadian Shield, especially if you've got like a 6-foot table with some room behind you. Like if you're the only one at your table, you got plenty of room for that, bro. It's awesome to have one too.
Well, it's my first one, so
Yeah, well, I had mine just off to the Hamilton. I had a end one, so I had it right next to my table, a little bit into the aisle, but
for
and
photographs, right?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like you can easily say, hey, feel free to take your photograph with. Some people just took their photograph of it without even asking, and I don't mind because that's what it's there for. Probably after I finish this campaign, next one I'm at, I might end up doing thing, put up a sign, something to the effect of, take your picture with the Canadian Shield and at me on Twitter and get a free digital copy of #1.
Dun 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 dun. We need to have more dramatic sounds when you make announcements, man.
It's a thought I had, because after I have 2 books out, giving people, giving away a free digital copy does nothing for me. But if I can get them to, at me on Twitter or follow me on Twitter, with the picture, it hopefully can expand my brand.
Right. That's true.
Well, if that doesn't work, I think I'm gonna get a rubber stamp with the H with the door in it. I'm gonna go stamp it on everyone's foreheads in the mall.
So Diana, do you know whether you guys are going to Springfield Con or Springfield Comic?
I don't know if we're going to do that one yet.
Springfield is a hell of a town.
It was okay from what I heard. We didn't end up going last year. But, it was okay.
When is this one?
It's in July.
That's a possibility then.
July 15th and 16th.
Yeah.
Because I saw you guys on it from whenever I on their list about being there. So I thought, maybe I'll pay the $125, American, and then,
And go, you mean? Are you thinking of going to it, Rick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, especially if you guys are going to be there,
You know it's in America, right?
No, not at all.
That was the dumbest thing I could think
Oh,
of.
I see. You're gonna see them in wherever they're gonna be, but you're not gonna come to Idaho. I get it. All right.
Where are you?
Well, you
Idaho.
should come too, man.
Aren't you in Texas?
No,
Not
I moved to
anymore.
Idaho.
Idaho?
Yeah.
Hi, Eric.
You're a hoe.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, I needed the money. Don't judge me.
No judgment here, buddy.
Good evening to Eric. Everybody say hi.
Hey, Eric. And my mother says hello. She's standing here over my shoulder.
Hello.
Hello, Mom.
Hello there.
They say
And-
hello back.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
banner down below is sincere, by the way.
Diana,
Happy
you're a little
Thanksgiving.
late.
We love you all.
Oh, well,
Get
you
your
know.
grub on.
Comments at HeroShack.com.
Thanksgiving was a month ago.
Oh, that's true.
No, real Thanksgiving's tomorrow. Sorry.
We had it before you guys, so
Get out of there. Julian, no.
Chewy Lynn is acting up.
She
What a
is
surprise.
And
Canadian Thanksgiving is a lot like their money. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
my mom says happy Thanksgiving to you.
well,
They did say happy.
Thank you.
Hey, Eric.
I didn't have to hear it.
Uh,
Just your
conversation.
yeah.
By the way,
Eric,
I know that you guys know Eric better than I do, but the link is in the description. If anybody out there, including Eric, would like to join us live,
You too, Eric.
I could paste it, but I'm a little lazy. Hang on. That's an honest thing, though. I could paste it, but I'm a little lazy. Here we go.
you don't want to get pasty.
Oh no! Don't get me started on pasties.
I'm going. I'm not staying long, so you guys can talk all the smack you want.
Oh, that's funny. You would go there. I was
Pasties
talking about those
again.
stupid things they put on cakes. They print
Yeah, me
off a
too.
food printer or whatever.
Me
They
too.
paste it on top
Okay,
of
that
the
wasn't
stuff.
exactly what I was thinking by pasties, but
Those are so bad.
Mr. Christian, my ass.
Tim. Here, Chewy, get out of there. Here, I fixed your fishy. Go, get it. She's trying to get into everything she's not supposed to. So I just fixed
That's
it.
a dog. That's a dog for you.
No, that's the puppy. She
Cleveland is past her heat cycle. Thank
thank the
God.
Lord. Thank the Lord. Oh,
And she got into a fire. It was like a fire clean stick thing for our indoor fireplace. She decided to try to eat that on Monday. So we came home to all this. It looks like sand, but it's really just some chemical compound that's supposed to clean your fireplace. All over our couch, all over the floor, wrapper everywhere, and her just sitting in the middle of it, looking like a dum dum. She's had some kind of belly aches, and she hasn't been eating a lot. But we've been watching her, and she's definitely fine. But I think that she's, having
she had all the symptoms of the.
gastrointestinal. She
Yeah.
threw up once outside, thankfully, on
Is she
Tuesday.
eating grass? Is she eating grass on your lawn?
She was
She
eating
was.
grass, and that's when she threw up everything. And then
Yeah.
she
Usually a
hasn't been
dog
eating
eats.
a lot, but she's had some really weird looking stools and stuff.
Usually dogs eat grass when their stomach is upset.
Yeah, so
Well,
she ate that and stuff.
This morning she had the blackest, just solid rock poop I've ever seen her poop,
Yeah,
and I'm
so-
like, oh, there it is. That's
Yeah.
the fire starter loggy
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that would
Yeah,
be it. So,
great.
but I
So
Googled
apparently
it.
she'll be okay, but it was like we've got to be more careful because the
Well,
dog
I
is still
completely
a puppy, and we
forgot
forget that.
it, but I forgot it was in there. It was
Yep.
in
Yeah.
where I
me
keep
too.
all the fire poker stuff, and I forgot that he had. It's been there for God. Why? But I'll tell you why. Because I got home later on Monday than I normally do. Normally I'm home by 2:30.
Well, and it's not the first time that she's been unpredictable though. Like she got into one of my video games and ate the box and the disc. It's
Yeah.
like, how do you
ouch.
how do you eat a CD dog? You're so crazy.
Right. But so far,
You gotta
it
keep an
hasn't
eye
been
on
any
those.
worse than that.
Well, when I
See,
say eat though, I don't mean she like literally ate the CD. I mean she bit it and cracked it, and then she bit
Yeah,
the
it was
box.
just
and
shards
broke it.
everywhere.
Yeah. She wasn't trying to eat it. She was just trying to chew on it, to get her teeth.
Yeah,
Stuff
she
for her
was.
teeth.
Now, I want you guys to know that she has at least 3 very good sized chew bones for her that was like 2 feet away from where all the debris was. So
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, but see, that isn't the new thing that she found.
I know. She was bored.
And it's not nearly as fun as the new thing she found because the new thing is the new thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's literally like, so I'm doing these stupid little sketch comics in the morning sometimes, and
Yeah, I
like,
saw
I'm
the
just-
one.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
should-
posting it. There's actually been 2 now, but it's like if something happens and I think it's humorous and I got the iPad there, I'll sketch out something stupid. Like this morning, I was like, can I tell the story without writing any words? And I had 2 versions. Diana's seen both, but I like the one without the words much more. Because, like, it's an exercise. It's like, can you tell a story quickly in 8 panels? Well, yeah, I can try.
Those are the sort of things you should put up on Webtoons.
Yeah, but I don't care. I'll put them up everywhere. I put them up on Facebook, Twitter. What's
Well,
Webtoons?
yeah.
Oh, you
I
mean
mean,
Webtoons?
Yeah.
I might do that too. Yeah, why not? I mean,
Chris
because
is
they're
gonna
just
do a lot
stupid
of
little
things.
exercises, and I think they're fun.
You gotta,
You know,
get
it may take you an extra 5 minutes or everything. They usually want some little, like a thumbnail for over it.
Yeah.
A thumbnail. Well, I don't know. What about like if I gave him my left pinky nail? I don't want to give him a thumbnail. Those hurt. When I joined the Yakuza, they took
He
a
also
thumbnail.
thinks he's very funny, and he's not.
He's trying.
Hey, I thought that was funny.
Hey, Jason's still around. Hey, buddy.
Jace, that's funny.
Anna has
Jace,
done
when are
that
we gonna
too.
when are we gonna get our little fur babies together? We have to plan a time. Maybe this weekend. That's my
I'm down.
yeah.
I'm down.
She
Here's Diana. Diana's just thumbing at your, jokes there, Chris. Thumbing
Hey,
her
so
nose.
Fauna is one of the sweetest dogs in the world.
Oh, she's beautiful.
And Ursa is also, gosh, Jace has like 2 huge dogs, but they're super sweet. Almost never screw up. Bring them over. Oh boy.
Done.
Let me check which day Kay's sister's birthday. Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chewy, no.
That's a usual thing she says in our house, Chewy, no.
Hold on.
Hey, it's a Christmas thing.
Yeah, I remember that one.
A little early, but
That's okay. I have a Thanksgiving tree in my living room.
A Thanksgiving tree.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah.
Is it decorated with turkeys?
Oh, no. It looks very similar to that other kind of tree that goes up in December. But there's autumn leaves on it instead of like, Christmas bulbs. And on the top, it says on a sign, Happy Thanksgiving instead of a star.
Chris?
Yes, love.
You were going to get into trouble. Don't make fun of my tree.
Did you hear about the Thanksgiving carol? This guy Scrooge is visited by 3 turkeys.
No,
Tim?
I did hear a Thanksgiving Karen the other day. She was upset because they didn't have the size turkey she wanted.
Christopher! Talking about me.
well, you know what, Diana, if you hadn't said anything, nobody would have figured that out.
Well, no, I knew he is in so much trouble.
He's gonna be in the doghouse. He's gonna be in the doghouse, and then Pops will have to punch him in the face because he's a dog.
Tomorrow you're gonna eat on a TV tray tomorrow in your office. You're not gonna join us.
I'm not. Can
Actually,
I just be at
never
the
mind.
kids' table? We
No,
don't have any
no.
kids here, so I'll be like in the living room by myself with
Yeah,
my
but you like
emulator.
But you like that, so you can't. I'm gonna make you sit.
She'll give you a TV dinner that's not even. cooked
He's
all the way
already
through.
he's already sitting.
She'll give you a TV dinner that's not even cooked all the way through. It's like
There
still
you
got.
go. That's what he's gonna get. He ain't getting none of my turkey.
She'll take that away from him.
No, I was complaining because I had to get this super big old butt turkey for 8 people, 20 pounds of turkey meat. That is a lot of turkey. And the sad part is, no one in my family are big turkey lovers. So why in the flippity flip do we keep buying turkeys for Thanksgiving?
All right,
Who
I'm gonna
says
stop
it
you.
has to be turkey?
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Because it's tradition.
I'm gonna stop you right there. There was a customer that was buying food for 140 people.
Oh dear God!
So yeah.
Oh no!
Did you
Diana,
hear it?
I'm gonna
What?
take her out real quick.
Okay.
The show's in your hands.
Oh, I can handle it. The
I'm
dog
gonna
just
take
made
her
up.
and make
So,
her pee right outside. in
you need
front
to
of your
repeat
car.
that because
All right.
there was a customer that was buying $140 worth of food. Is that what you said?
No, for
Yeah.
140 people.
Oh,
140 people.
holy crap. I don't think I could do that.
Eric says, sounds like Diana is going to string up Chris's turkey neck on that Thanksgiving tree.
Oh, God, I'm telling you, right?
Yeah.
I'm going
Well,
to-
I was
Definitely
gonna
do.
say nobody would have suspected it was you, but I was before you said something. I was about to say, "Are you talking about Diana?" Chris?
Yeah, it's me. It's totally me. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, then he could have had deniability, and
No, and then, so I have one member of my family who doesn't like turkey, and he's like, "Mom, I really could go for a ham." So I buy a ham because I'm very traditional. I'm like, it's Thanksgiving. You're supposed to have a turkey. So then I talked to my sister tonight,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, we don't like turkey. We want chicken this year." I'm like, that's a great ham. So now I have this 20-pound big old butt turkey in my fridge. I'm going to have so many leftovers. Nobody's going to take it home. Well, they will. But they'll have some. Oh my God, I can't.
so next year just buy a great big ham.
Next year I don't like ham because
or-
I don't care for ham. I don't like ham.
Or go to Cracker
Okay,
Barrel
buy
and get some
chicken.
food.
Buy a
Cracker
couple
Barrel.
big chickens.
They cater.
Well, the problem is Chris doesn't eat leftovers, so I'll have my daughter Larissa doesn't eat turkey. I'm just gonna have a lot of turkey left over.
Oh, come on. Turkey sandwiches the next day is awesome. And if you
Yeah.
Okay, time.
Okay. What?
I'm taking her.
All right, go. I thought you already were out.
No, I gotta get the thing on her.
Oh, he's taking the dog out to go to the bathroom because I injured my foot and I can't walk very well. Yes, Terry. Welcome, Terry.
Blade says he offered Thanksgiving lasagna.
Yeah,
Well, you know what? You know what you do next year. You say somebody else is having it at their place.
Yeah, but I don't mind cooking. I could have gone to Chase, my daughter-in-law, and my son's house this year, but then I have my other family. I don't know. I just don't know. At any rate, it's going to be a wonderful day. We're going to go see the other two kids in the afternoon, and we're going to have fun. And yes, I have a Thanksgiving tree. I'm very thankful. I like it's a fake Christmas tree, so I just put it up in Thanksgiving and decorate it. And Chris thinks it's funny, as you can tell.
tree.
So you guys?
So do you after Thanksgiving? Do you take the Thanksgiving
Yes.
ornaments and stuff off and just put Christmas stuff on?
Yes. Next weekend will be my Christmas decorating weekend. I love to decorate, so my house is a little. I'm an Italian. I'm an Italian, and I was brought up as a Catholic, and my mother was very much into decorating everything in the house. So I sort of have taken that.
On a completely different topic, has Mike been able to get a hold of you guys to get your date for helping him out on his show this month coming up?
Did who? What?
Mike.
No, I have to reach out to Mike because I can't do December at all, and I know he's going to be heartbroken, but I'm just too busy with school and with the holidays, and I'm working 2 jobs now, so I don't have a hot second this month. So I just have to reach out to him, and I haven't because I just have been that busy. And then my foot.
Do you know whether Chris might be able to go on and just maybe not read voices, but talk with him about?
I have no idea. You have to check with Chris. When he comes back, you guys can ask him. I'm not committing him to anything because then I get.
Well, that's why I said might.
Yeah, might.
That's not you committing him to. Okay, so that just lets me know that I'll probably end up picking up the slack.
Yeah, you will probably because
unless Tim wants to do an extra day.
I'm committed to December 2nd, so yeah.
Oh, you're committed to next week? I guess it is.
I think it is next week. I think December 2nd. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jay. Maybe like we're all going to be matching, so we need help with our photos. Matching what? Matching photos? I don't know what he's talking about. Text me tomorrow morning, honey, or I'll text you, Jace. I mean, Blade. Sorry, guys. Anyways, welcome, Terry, Mighty Geek Studios. I just noticed that you popped in. Where I can kill Chris when this is over. Nah. It's not worth it. You know, he's just a big goob ahead. So you guys are all set for Turkey Day if you celebrate. I know that Rick.
I have to work till.
Oh, thank you, honey.
I have to work till 4, so yeah, I'm gonna be working most of the day, which is gonna suck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home, and then I'm gonna go home, and we're gonna have my Thanksgiving food.
Oh, nice. Well, that's all right. That's not too bad. A lot of people have their Thanksgiving dinner much later in the day. I'm having my company's coming from 2 o'clock on. Well, probably I'll get here for 2, and then we'll eat probably about 3. And, yeah. And I don't like to have a lot of snacks because it's such a big meal. So I'm keeping it very low on extra food and stuff. Sometimes I think we just overdo it, you know.
Blade, that's not your dad talking in the chat with his name. That's your mom.
Oh, yeah. So when I type, because what are you matching? Okay, come over. We're all going to be matching, so we need help with our photos. All right. So, yes, we will come over and do pictures for you guys, Jace.
So I take it you know that person.
Yes, that's my son.
Oh, have no idea.
That just yes, he's yes. Chris, you can catch
He
up.
is one of the critical minds in shaping my Manguy franchise. I do take his advice highly.
Chris, so
Yeah.
I asked Diana, and she said because she's busy, she's not going to be able to do mics this month. Are you going to be willing to go on without her?
Probably not. I'm like afraid to go on without her.
Oh, God.
And you just got to talk about whatever you're reading in the comics. You don't have to do any voices. That's what.
No,
Chris,
I'd rather read
Tim
if I
does.
was going to do anything, but then I'm afraid I'd be like stepping on Mike's territory because he likes. I don't know, man. Like it's weird.
He doesn't mind. You know, I read. RJ reads. You know.
I don't know. I'll
Well,
have to
obviously
think about it.
Diana reads. Just
Honestly,
because
I've been pretty
voice, so I don't
selfish with
read.
my time. Like I can't even break away from the book to make videos. I was supposed to make videos, new videos for all the books this weekend.
He doesn't
The one
want.
that went by.
He's very.
And like, remember, honey? I said at 10 o'clock I'm going to stop drawing,
yeah.
and I'm going to go in and make videos. And
You have
at 3
a
o'clock, I
plan.
was still sitting there working on this. It's freaking awesome piece,
Well,
but
Yeah.
it took a lot of time.
Yeah. The only reason I ask is because I know Mike's been trying to get a hold of you guys to get an answer one way or another.
I know.
need
He
to tell
called-
everybody.
he doesn't
So you're out
understand.
there- Yeah,
So
but
Mike,
listen,
Mike likes to call me, and I'm busy. I can't pick up Mike's phone calls to talk to him. So I tried the other day to give him a message, and I didn't know where to send the damn message to him to tell him that December is not going to work for me. So how is the best way to
Well,
do it?
just all you have to do is message him on Facebook.
Okay.
The same place where you would get the call from.
oh hey
Yeah,
Terry,
but when
hi
I
brother.
tried to do that, I couldn't find it was weird. I don't know why I wasn't able to do that. I'll
Right
check
near the
with-
bottom, there should be something where you can just, click in to type of the
Yeah.
screen under.
Excuse me. So just so everybody knows, what I was trying to say is, I am almost never on Facebook. I have been attached to accounts with my my employment. So if I go on there, I also have to deal with those, and it's so confusing now. Like, so I basically have to use Facebook like one way or the other, and usually I lean towards the job because like I get messages there I need. So like I have to, it's weird. Like Facebook is such a weird thing. When I go on it, I'm like, oh, I can't stay here. It's so oppressive. And yet Twitter, I go on and like I can Twitter all day. Tweeting is
Yeah, and Twitter's not more. They're about the same in oppressiveness.
Well, it's weird because I'm enjoying watching the whole Elon Musk thing.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Elon Musk is not the savior to the Republican Party that the liberals want to tell you, but he is a breath of fresh air because he's nowhere near what Twitter was. What Twitter was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Oh my gosh! It's
the guy that actually helped push the electric car pretty much into the mainstream. Is the guy that's villainizing.
His stocks may be down a little bit, but Model Y is like selling like wildfire in Europe. He's going to be fine. Like people make a big deal out of this. Everybody's going to end up chilling out, and Twitter will be fine. He'll be fine. Tesla will be fine.
Well, the funny thing is now everybody can have a blue check mark if you pay $8.
I want to get it. I'm going to ask for it for Christmas. I'm gonna campaign for it on Twitter to my wife. I'm gonna say, all I want for Christmas is my blue check mark. My blue check.
Please help me be a celebrity.
Yes, I want to be verified, baby.
Well, I think he's changing how that works too.
That's why I kind of have to wait because I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, I thought about getting it, but what I'm thinking about is when I have a campaign that's actually active.
Yeah.
Purchasing it for that 1 or 2 months, right? That way you can attack, at the
Rick's coming up with the budget plan. I'm only going to budget it for when I have a campaign.
Well, it's why pay that? Well, $5 or $8 a month, whatever it would be for maybe 10 for me.
You know what? Jace brings up a very good point. Do you see that, honey?
So
the Retroid 3 Plus is coming out.
No.
What is
that? You have a retro game.
But I have a Retroid 2 Plus.
I don't care. You don't have to upgrade every.
This is the Retroid 2 Plus.
And it works well. You get your nose in it all the time. No, that's ridiculous.
Well, wouldn't it make sense to get the 3 Plus if I have my nose in this one?
No, it wouldn't.
But this one's broken. This knob fell off during the summer, and I like it better this way, but technically it's broken.
Right.
The knob still works, but it doesn't have the thumb thing. And to be honest, it kept getting stuck on my pocket. So when it slipped off, I found that I don't use it enough to really worry about it. When I do use it, it's limited. So it's fine.
So guys,
obviously you don't need the 3 Plus.
No.
Well, no, because this one is yellow.
Chris, stop for a minute.
So
Rick, I tried.
Look, it got yellowed.
Chris,
it's so old, it's yellowed.
Can I boot him? Do I have power to boot you?
You do actually.
But he can come back.
I want to just say that I tried reaching out to him on Messenger on Facebook, and he doesn't allow Messenger messages.
Okay.
So how else do you reach this dude? Because I don't know.
Let me see.
This guy is like.
Okay, so I'm gonna show my Facebook here in a second.
Like what?
I just I have I went to go message him and it's like, yep, sorry, you can't.
Okay, Facebook. Okay, so hopefully you can see me. See my Facebook.
Boom! Already told him.
See, I have Messenger over here in it, under my name. I click that, right?
Yeah.
And I find Mike. Where is Mike?
I already messaged him.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right there. See, I see him. I click right here.
Yeah.
And then right here is where I just.
But why, when I go to click, I do the same thing and I type in his name because I haven't had a message.
Diana, I already sent him a message. I said, Diana, I wanted you to know that they can't do December.
Right.
Well, but she needs to figure out how to
I'm typing in his name, Mike Walters. His little face comes up. It says, I'm friends on Facebook. And then it says, this person is unavailable on Messenger.
Okay. Yeah. So, but do you have this bar down here where it's like got 2 A's or whatever?
What? 2 A's.
See there, where you would type. As soon as I type, the 2 A's go away.
Yeah, no, I don't have. I just have like regular Messenger. Like I have it. Like I go to my Facebook page and I hit the little Messenger button, and I have everybody that I've talked to. But
Oh yeah, you're probably getting it. So if you go like here, the Messenger up here, you click
Yeah.
that. Let's see, where's Mike? Again, right here. You don't have anything there to.
where?
Like
I'm looking at your thing, and I'm looking at your
Okay.
Facebook. All right.
Can you see the little pop up down here on the side?
Yeah, like I have that.
All right, he responded.
Okay, so right where it says GIF, or do you have that?
No, I don't have that. I don't know. My Messenger doesn't have that. All I have is on Messenger is like if I go and I click on the Messenger button, it gives me a little sidebar, right?
Yeah.
And I've never texted him, so I have to enter his name to pull him up, and that's what it tells me.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have texted you to give you the link before.
No.
Yes, actually, he has. You have to look somewhere.
Well, why isn't it coming up, and why can't I find him? Did he do it on Twitter?
I'll have
maybe?
to look at it for
No,
you.
no, he's not on Twitter.
Oh, he knows now. He knows. He said, "Thanks for passing it along, Tim. Talk to you soon."
Okay. Oh, new message to Mike Walters. Okay, wait.
Done.
Okay, new message to. See, I go new message to. He's right there, but he's got me blocked or something.
I can't see your page, so here, let me.
Yeah. Like seriously, I'm not kidding around here. This is so.
Oh, your
You
Facebook
got me
page
a-
looks weird. It looks like a dude with a.
Okay.
Oh, Chris. Anyways, that's
I'm
fine.
doing this so Eric
Thank
can see
you,
it.
Tim, for
That's
thank you
Bomberman.
for sharing that.
Yeah, that looks like Bomberman. All right.
That's actually Bomberman 93, and I'm losing men, but I don't care.
Do you bomb at that game?
No, it's actually, I'm really kind of good at it.
Yeah,
That's
Bomberman.
why I don't mind it.
So you'd say you're the bomb at that game.
I might say that, yeah. But
What
there
other
are
games
better
you got?
people at it.
What other games you got?
Oh, there are a ton. These are the PlayStation. Like each system, I have different ones that I've downloaded for, except for like Neo Geo. I don't have any in.
Got any Resident Evil on there?
No, actually, I don't. I could,
No.
but really, I need a Retroid 3 Plus to play the good systems for Resident Evil.
Hint.
Yeah, like this will do GameCube, and I'm pretty sure it'll do a Resident Evil. The Resident Evil.
They
was
did
it
a
on-
remake and they did Resident Evil 0.
Yeah, but I think there was the N64 had Res 2.
Yeah.
I think it'll do that, but it's liable to be buggy because it's a weaker emulator.
I'll tell you that the scariest
just
one,
cut it
the
off.
one that freaked me out the most was Resident Evil 3 because like that Nemesis character could like open doors and chase you.
Yeah, I have a history of running back at those things. Jace was playing some game with his buddy once, and everybody was freaked out, and I ran to it. Ran to the monster, and actually I broke the demo or something because I beat it. And they were like, "You're not supposed to do that, holy shit!" But it worked.
Apparently, you are supposed to do that then.
Let's see what I've been playing. I've been playing Battlefield 1943, which is fun.
That one is fun.
I've been playing bouncing balls.
I haven't
so.
played it. I've seen videos of it. What's that, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been playing Animal Crossing?
I've been playing Animal Crossing and bouncing balls. Yes.
And when she gets really mad, she starts playing like Doom and such, and takes all her aggression on the monsters.
No.
I haven't seen my Switch in a year, so she might be playing my Doom on Switch.
She's playing your Doom on Switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is
I have a
that
copy
like
of Doom on
Planet?
there.
completely
Pla-
different
pla-
person. You like you walk in and she's like, take that, and she's like blasting things.
Yeah, she's planning your doom on Switch.
Yeah, I'm planning it, all right. He's so mean.
Who's mean? I'm not mean. I love you.
Nah.
Look at that. I even say it in the thing. Happy
No.
Thanksgiving. We love you too. Get comics at HeroShack.com.
Yeah.
That's my subliminal advertising. It's a little lazy, but I'm honestly going to start upgrading our production over the next few
I don't know why, but I just felt
months.
like buying some books at HeroShack.com. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I gotta get the ticker tape up too again.
I felt compelled to.
Hey, honey, we can get Dante that car now.
Yeah.
So we've been watching. Have you ever heard of Vice Grip Garage?
No.
Okay, so it's this guy. He's 6'9", probably weighs 240, 250. And he goes around and like pulls cars out of the woods and gets them running on the spot and takes them home. And he's a riot. He's just great. I don't know. Right, honey?
The coolest thing I liked watching was
I guess he's got a trailer full of
garage. That was
So
cool.
does he like got a trailer to get them running right there, all his tools and all that?
No, he is very much, if it's legit. Now, I understand that it's reality TV, even as a YouTube channel. But if it's legit as he presents it, in most cases, he shows up with like a handheld toolbox with the essentials. And then he does really basic triage on like 30, cars that haven't been on the road in 30 years. He gets them running, and I mean like crap, and then drives them like 600 miles to get them home.
Watch the show. Look him
Yeah,
up
it's
on
amazing
YouTube.
because he gets them home, and then he has a custom
He's very
garage where
quirky,
they
very
totally
funny.
trip it out.
Send me the link to if you can on Twitter.
My dad was a master mechanic, and he was a very funny guy. And he reminds me of my dad a little bit when he's working on cars. So I enjoy watching it. And he has a very quiet demeanor about him. And
Yeah, and his videos are actually, they're like an hour to an hour and a half long, which sounds long, but he's one of those guys where you just get to watching while you're drawing or something, and like you're in it. Then you know what I mean? It's like, oh wow. I just watched this car go from junk to driving, usually within 3 days. And then he drives it home and he records all of that. Much of it is in super high speed as he goes through the highway. But when he has a problem, he'll pull over, he'll start diagnosing it in front of you. And when I say diagnosing, I don't mean like he gets out and, well, you see, this thing is hooked to this thing with, terms and stuff. He's got a wacky tacky way of describing stuff. He'll be like, well, the sparklies aren't making a connection, so I had to get new sparkly wires. And you eventually figure out he's talking about spark plugs. It's like, but he's just got a good wit and humor to him. You'll see amazing things. Like I've seen him pull, ask Diana, these total junk buckets out. And sure enough, he'll drive them 400 miles, 500 miles back to his house. And then they rebuild them. And some of them he keeps in storage just as like parts for the next series of cars he does. And others he finishes.
Cool.
it is very cool. Check it out if you're looking for something to.
If you're looking for something a little different, that's not going to stress you out, because I needed a little relief from stress.
If you're ever in Idaho, this is something I found pretty interesting. Every town has their park has like an old tank. And like maybe
you mean like army tank versus like a water tank, right?
Yeah, an army tank.
My old hometown had both, so I had to check.
Anyway, they have these old decommissioned tanks in their park, in their little parks and stuff. I mean, it's odd. Never seen it.
But they're they've been like rendered inoperable, right? They usually do something to make sure they can't be
Yeah, the cannon thing is like connected to the actual vehicle now, where you can't move it. Obviously, the door, the hatches have been probably welded shut.
And I think they fill it with sand or something or concrete just to make sure. But I'm not positive. I just know that they render them incapable in some way, which is kind of unfortunate because, if War of the Worlds ever happens, we can't use those tanks in defense of mankind. That's one thing about animes that I'm enjoying. Like, they always seem to be able to find like this ancient technology that will save the world, and here it comes like it's the mystic robot from 10,000 years ago, and amazing things happen.
Yeah. Well, remember Tim Burton's Mars Attacks, where they were chasing people and they had those little recorders on their back? They're like, "Come back, we won't hurt you."
Yes, I do remember that. That was one of my favorites.
God.
The only thing I didn't like about it was what most people do like about it. I thought there were too many star cameos.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them were good. Some of them I was just like, who cares? Just keep going. This is funny.
Or like that one lady's horrible music caused their heads to explode.
Yes.
Well, the only star cameos in something like that you need to see is like people that have been in some space thing or are famous for it, like say William Shatner or what's his name? That played Skywalker.
George Clooney.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. Yeah, no, people like that in it.
Pryor.
Or what did Richard Pryor do for a space thing?
Nothing. He was in Superman 3 or 4.
All right, you guys, I'm leaving. Bye. Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your conversation.
Hey, Diana.
Thank you for helping that
I just
along.
want you to know that we're all very thankful for you.
Now get him that game system he wants.
No.
No, that's for Christmas.
No, he's not getting it for Christmas. He's dreaming. He's a dreamer.
Well, happy Thanksgiving.
He is an artist after all. I guess
Canadians.
I gotta go rest up because I got a big day tomorrow. So
Yeah, you have a good day tomorrow, honey.
Thank you, honey.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you
Live
all
long
next
and
week.
prosper.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Peace out.
All right, now we can talk about
A little
like
late.
trucks and monster trucks and stuff.
Yes, we can talk about manly things.
Yeah, like beef jerky.
And shields.
Nothing more manlier than beef jerky.
Except
We
for
talk
Slim
about
Jim.
shields.
Shields.
Not the Canadian ones, though.
Is that like Depends? Is there a brand called Shields?
Hi, I believe Shatner for shields. When I have an accident, my shields are always up.
If it's not a brand name, it should be now. That makes sense.
You can
So,
use
how's
the
everybody
shield
doing?
brand
Like,
name for anything. Go ahead.
So I gotta ask because this is supposed to be about comics. What's up with Snowdrift?
Snowdrift is technically done. I'm
Right.
I just
Are
got. I
you
just
still
got to
coloring?
cover. No, I've finished Snowdrift. I'm in the middle of Canadian Shield coloring.
Because I see posts, but I don't read them.
Well, the posts are just to send you to my videos mainly to watch, because I just put up a video today, a 5-minute one of me digitally coloring Canadian Shield page 16 or 17.
See, that's kind of why I asked,
17.
but there's such a blur on my phone. Like in the daytime, it gets so crazy. And of course, I usually have a couple of conversations going while I'm on my phone, so things get, I wish for the day that the books sell well enough that I can slow down my life a little. Like Diana said, I'm a dreamer.
So probably tomorrow I'm gonna have another video up. Be putting up another video. I should be done coloring another page tomorrow.
Very
and then
cool.
Saturday or Sunday, another page. Hopefully by the end of next week, the Canadian Shield is entirely colored. But then I'm gonna have to go over and check out, do some minor corrections, and probably have to recolor a little spot.
This one's from Eric. He says Super Shields for the incontinent senior superhero.
But
I like it. I like it a lot.
so hopefully like I said, by the end of next week, Canadian Shields. Well, I won't say all done, but technically all colored. But then it's going back, which will probably take a week going through doing some corrections. Most likely on Toxico's face, because that's where the guy did not do a good job. Sometimes he did a real good job, but now that I'm going over and looking at it, he didn't do it quite the right way. So it's like, oh crap, I gotta redo this to make it sure it stays consistent throughout, or as consistent as possible throughout the comic.
Right. Well, that's something. Consistency is something I'm still working on. Like me and Diana, I have like 3 different ways I like to draw the kids, and I gotta pick one. And once I pick that, I kind of have to go back and fix the other 2 that I did.
Well, see, the main thing that I'm thinking about consistency is, okay, if they're in one pit, that you're keeping the same look for them. Maybe you do. I'm not sure whether you're doing them in different styles rather than.
Well, no, I want to do them in one style, but I keep deviating from it, and I need to pick one or the other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So style on, it's probably good to be consistent for the same style throughout the comic book, but as long as you're keeping their look the same, I would not say it doesn't matter quite as much.
Yeah, that's the problem. They don't look the same. Not enough. Like I have to pick one or the other. And once I do, it's easy enough to fix because, as you know, digital is a wonderful world of layers.
Yeah.
But
so I'm hoping in about 2.5 weeks to be completely done the Canadian Shield, because after all the art is fixed, it's putting in the lettering, and then of course having the lettering checked, for spelling and stuff like that, grammar.
That's the actually easiest way to mess up a book. Any print job, really. I was in the print industry for 15 years. And that was always a haunted curse, was typos. Things that were, even if you had 5 people looking at it, they'd still miss something.
Yeah.
And then
Did you use an old printing press, and do you remember how the solution went?
When there was a error on an old press?
No, there's when I went to the Job Corps, I learned how to work a printing press. I took the printing course. There was
a little cheap or something.
There was this little solution you had to put in before you put in before you put the thing on the cylinder.
Yeah, they'd water it down with it. I forget what it was called too, but yeah, they had that shit.
Yeah, there's a certain measurement, and I forgot how to do that. It's been such a long time.
Yeah, no, I was mostly I was all pre-press. I did some darkroom work. I ran one job once. It was a 1-color flyer with a paper plate, so
yeah.
I ran something on a little chief, but my main thing was always pre-press.
The prep
work into design, because my first resume, I did a replica of the local newspaper, and every article in it was about me and my qualifications and how wonderful I was. And one of the companies saw it and just fell in love with it, so they hired me on the spot before I even graduated. And then I went to work with them for 5 years, but typos were the death of me. And I had made one too many, and they were like, okay, that's it, you're out. But I was good enough to, keep going in the industry. But that was, I lost them quite a bit of money with a stupid typo. And, somebody's got to pay the price when something like that happens. And I was the one in line.
I never got past training. I think, I just remember that you had your paper, and you'd run a test print before and kind of make adjustments as, okay, that's a little off, and so
Yeah, so you're talking like 2-color work, or are you talking just lining up the first color on a sheet properly?
Yeah, well, making sure the image also is coming out correctly.
Right. Yeah, we always had these little issues like with trapping and stuff like that. And really the solution in our department was always just to spread the trap a little more, and it was always a big deal if you had to get new film if something wasn't trapping right. But
Well, yeah,
you would just figure out why, and then
you
like
can count on some waste happening though. Some copies.
yeah, there's some, but like when you're in a business that's like, oh god, like we were doing so much work, everything had to be like just right the first time. There wasn't any room for error, which made it a lot of really stressful, but satisfying at the same time when you pulled it off. But those few times where it was bad, you felt like crap. It was like, oh, I've let down the whole team. Or if it wasn't you, it was somebody on your team, and then it was like my team let down the press room or the bindery actually bindery. Oh boy. The good old days. But it's been a long time. Like now things have changed where digital printing is really a real thing now. We had a colored copier that we could do digital printing with, but it was a joke. But now they're serious machines,
And then you got companies that take care of all that shit for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, if I could, I would get myself a digital printer at this point, and I would make my own books, but I'm sure they're 6 figures. And I'm sure maintenance and upkeep and materials are very
I just
expensive.
like going on my Mixum account and seeing all the things that if I wanted a book, I could just hit reorder.
Right. Yeah, well, that's kind of how we work too. We buy everything on demand, which is a beautiful thing personally. I don't know. It's great if you have enough of a following to buy a bunch of books at huge discount rates for bulk. But if you're in the early stages of indie comic development, it's insane. It's like in demand is such a better option. It takes away a lot of the risk and gives you enough flexibility to be able to just keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I highly recommend it for anybody who's in it. I know you guys actually do buy books in bulk though, don't you?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do like 10 at a time just to see if it's going to come out right.
So you kind of have an in-demand situation where Rick is like, you're buying multiple copies and then storing whatever's left and selling them as you go, right?
Me, yeah. I figure it's easier that way.
It is if you can afford it. Like if I had to like buy all the books that we sell all at once, it would be much harder for me. But like,
yeah, well, like I said, there's a guy on thing, whatchamacallit, Twitter.
The interwebs.
Yeah. 3D Zach. He's got he's down for Christmas because he's got to do some maintenance on his stuff and all that overdue stuff. So it's putting me where I'm gonna have to be doing my stuff in January. The printing. I was hoping to do it in December.
Right.
So that might make my books a touch late, but yeah, his prices are way better than like Mixum, and I got Mixum is good quality and all that. I got nothing wrong with it, and Dillard used him for doing the buckler. So
yeah, the thing about on demand is like it is more costly, and it sounds like you got a good deal with this guy, but it's true. Like if I was to buy in bulk, I could probably spend a third less than what I am.
Probably a lot less with this guy because if you do this guy, you can tell him, like I sent you. Not that he knows who I am really much, but it's gonna be a while before you're printing a book. But it's like he's only charging like $1 something an issue for printing.
Really? Well, that's a good price.
Like I think when I worked it out last time for me, Canadian, with the exchange rate, it was like $1.62.
Nice. That is better than what I'm paying. Like and part of the problem with us is, and she's trying to make me adjust, is I like big books. Like I
And
like
you
to make
cannot lie?
huge books. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Right?
I just
You
do.
like you like
know.
big books and you cannot lie.
That's right.
And of course, that's for like a floppy size. He has he had a thing up earlier before, like a bigger book, how much it would be too,
Well, the
so
floppy size is funny because when I make a book that's floppy size, like we have Cyclopean, I feel like it's just like I'm like, here you go. Here's a little bit of a comic you can have. And I know that's the wrong way to think. I know I grew up with super thin comics, 22 page, 24 page,
Well,
But
technically, they were like 32 page because they had 10 pages worth of ads.
no, I'm talking about like when I was finishing up reading. Yeah, I guess you're right. Now that you're mentioning it, but they were super thin. It was all newsprint, cheap newsprint, not
Yeah,
Alterna quality newsprint.
yeah. But
Uh,
yeah, I had like you said, I grew up probably reading close to the same stuff you were. It was approximately 22 pages of story.
yeah,
Maybe
you're right.
sometimes it would thing, and 10 pages of ads. Well,
Yeah, I think you're right.
not including the inside cover, inside front cover, and the back cover, and inside back cover.
Yeah, well, you get the lamest ads too. I always remember seeing either something from Hostess or later on it was always Tiger ads or look at our
Yeah,
stupid video game ad that wasn't very good.
yeah.
What time is it? Because I'm getting sleepy and I don't even know.
It's 10:23.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's like almost an hour and a half if I stretch it to 10:30.
Yeah.
Tim, you look a wreck. Have you been working hard?
Yes.
He might be frozen too.
No, he's
Oh.
moving. I can see him breathing a little.
Don't make fun of me. All right, I'll spitefully make a comic book about you.
There you go, brother.
Oh well.
That was great. I love that. That was freaking hilarious. I was
I'm
like,
the
no
I'm
way.
the Eminem of independent comic books. I make diss comic books on people.
I don't know. I'm starting to get a complex. Like I'm just an old 20th century grandpa. And like when I express my opinion, sometimes I'm like, okay, I know you guys are going to stone me, but I kind of feel like that. Like some guy was talking about whether or not he should take his nail polish off before going to a hockey game. So I said, well, I'm a 20th century man. I can't put nail polish on my hands because I adhere to a certain male stereotype or something like that.
Girl.
He's like, everybody assumes that I'm just gay because I wear nail polish. And I'm like, no, please wear the nail polish to the hockey game. I'm just saying I couldn't. Like, they don't seem to make the disconnect between, well, if I say I can't do it, that means you can't. No, I'm just saying I can't. I don't care if you do. You want to wear nail? I mean, Aerosmith did it in the 80s and 90s. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it was weird. Same thing with Twisted Sister. But a lot of the band, Motley
But that
Crue
was a
did it.
shtick. That wasn't really what that
Right.
was just-
Yeah, it really was a shtick. Like in their regular life, they weren't necessarily, hey guys, let's go to McDonald's. Before we go, I got to do my nails.
Well, actually, his hair, all that was done by his girlfriend.
I don't doubt it. You mean Nikki Sixx?
No, the lead singer of Twisted Sister.
Oh, Dee Snider, yes. She
Uh,
did costumes and makeup and the whole 9 yards.
Later, Eric.
God
Happy
bless you, brother.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, have a good one. I don't know if you're in America or not, but I hope you have a great Thanksgiving if you are. And if
I
you're
believe
not, I
he's
hope
American.
you have. Cool. Yeah, Thanksgiving tomorrow,
Of
big
course,
meal.
in my opinion, Glam
Well,
sucks. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
the
you
real-
can probably tell I still have a heart for it somehow.
Here's
Not
a
all of it,
question.
but I like some of it.
Here's a question: how is it that a bunch of dudes are big fans of dudes that dress like women?
Dude, because at that time, I was dressing like that. Like when Motley Crue Shout at the Devil came out, me and like all my boys like started pimping our hair out and wearing like leather that was too tight and spandex under that and weird ass net fish things on our chests. So we looked all badass. And for about a summer and a half, I'm sorry, we were getting tons of girls. It was all about the women. It wasn't like it's weird. Like I've tried to talk to trans guys and I'm like, I get dressing up. I get that. But we were getting girls. I don't know what you guys are doing. Like
Yeah, well, see,
Yeah,
the thing is, that was what the girls were into it because those bands were hot, hip, whatever, you know.
well, it
So
worked for a while, but then Metallica hit the scene. It was like you don't show up to a Metallica show like that and get any
You don't,
girl.
go to a thrash metal show at all like that, or they'll kill
Yeah,
you.
you'll not get any women, and you'll not like the attention you will receive.
What was it? Okay, Northern California was like the glam metal stuff, like LA.
Oh
And I
yeah,
think it was more like further down in California that was more like thrash metal and
yeah. The closer you got to San Francisco, the more of the more odds you had of running into a really thrashy band.
yeah.
They still had some glam all over California, but you're right. It was like regionally, it was much harder down south in Southern California.
It was not unusual for like the lead singer of Exodus to point out to anybody that would look like they're a hair metal fan and say, "Beat the shit out of that guy."
Yep. You're not lying.
Yeah, they didn't like the LA sound. And thank
Hell,
God.
when we were Metallica fans, Slayer, Metallica, whatever you want to call us, we were of that ilk. We went to go see Overkill in a tiny club and got our asses kicked. Their fans were so like much more hardcore than we were, and we were in the pit, and we were a band.
Did you get clocked by an elbow?
I'm not sure what I got clocked by, but it definitely wasn't like the Hands of Time. It was something much harder. We were like in and out of that pit in like 2 minutes. It was like, okay, yeah, I'm fucked up. I don't think I like Overkill anymore.
You got thrashed in a mosh.
Oh yeah, it was bad too. And it was a bunch of, I don't want to call anybody degenerates, but they were skinhead types and they were very hardcore. And we were like James Hetfield and Kurt Hammock and that kind. We were cool, but we weren't like, yeah, let's go burn down the black church down the street and then we could have this concert, right? No, we weren't like that kind of guys, but they let us know we weren't like them either. It hurt. But it was fun. Something to do.
So, Chris, you have a minute. It is 10:39. If you're going
Oh, what a story to leave everybody on. Well, listen, if you guys are out there wondering what to waste money on, well, it's not a waste, but these two guys have campaigns running. And I have one you can sign up for, but it won't cost you money to sign up yet. But the book's going to be really expensive. It's going to be like $1,000 per issue. So it's not going to be that high at all.
Or you could have $100 ash can.
Yeah, it sounds cheap next to $1,000 book, right? No, but it's going to be affordable. We're just having a good time tonight. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, though. I mean, Rick, you're not going to have one tomorrow, but I hope you had a good one.
Yeah, I did. Are you guys doing anything for Black Friday? Going out to try and get any deals?
No, I'll probably just like spin a couple of Aussie tunes on YouTube and just be like, all right, there we go. Suicide Solution.
And of course, I don't mean, like getting in line at 4 a.m. I just mean, trying to get some deal during the day.
But I look forward to having to do that again. Like now that I have a grandson, as soon as he's aware of Christmas and he gives me something that he's like in love with, Grandpa, I want the latest, wood shelf unit that's the rage in all the schools. Well, I'll go out and find him one. I'll drive to Virginia to get one at a Walmart that's, only open 12 hours a day, but I'm going to go there just because it's the only place I know that has that. Like I'm looking forward to that fun again.
Yeah.
I used to do that for Jace when he was a kid and I miss it.
You're lucky. I never got to do that. Yeah.
Oh, bro, just pick out an orphan or something and like do the Santa Claus thing and just go out and find something tough to find. And it's such a thrill when you get it. Like you start calling stores and like eventually there's someone like named Mabel who's like, I can put it in the back if you can be here by 2. And you're like flying down the highway at 1:45 and you're 20 minutes away going, please don't stop me. I got to fly faster.
Just
you
dress
get there
as
just
Santa
in time.
Claus, hand out cigarettes and garbage, and tell them that you ate Santa Claus.
I tried really hard, but like Jace figured it all out when he was like 7 or 8 because I left. He wanted one of those rocket I don't know what they're called now. Skate. They weren't skateboards. They were like skate scooters, rocket scooter thingies. So I bought him a really nice one and I put it in the closet and gave it to him Christmas morning with Santa's little name on it. And he said, well, why was Santa keeping it in your closet all month long? And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, you got me there, son.
Well, when I was a kid, they told, they had to talk about like, well, Santa Claus isn't real. And I was mad for 1 second. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Of course he's not real. What the? It kind of just dawned on me that, yeah, they're right. He's not real.
Well, it totally blew me because nobody told me. I had to stay up 2 Christmases in a row to prove it to myself. And I was like 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
And it actually messed with me spiritually. Like after that, I didn't want to believe in anything. I was like, God can't be real. You're lying about that too. It took me a while to get over the whole Santa thing and finally come to grips with God again. But
well, you know what Santa Claus is a nice way of getting kids to go to bed or behave, because they can hold it. They can, well, I guess if you're not going to behave, Santa Claus is not going to bring your present.
Well, I weird enough, I think because I was autistic and not diagnosed at that point in life. For me, it was like the whole world changed. Like all of a sudden, I was like, "Wait a minute, Santa Claus isn't real. Easter bunnies." The tooth fairy's fake. You went in and took my tooth and put money under my pillow. You freaking liars. Like, that's how my mind exploded when I heard. I was like, God, how could this be true? Is God even real? Like, everything was like all of a sudden questioned, and I remember being like 12 or 13 and finally coming around on God at least. But I was just crushed. I was like, Santa's not real. Fairies aren't real. Like all the make-believe shit that I had told myself was just as real.
At least you weren't a German kid. They had Santa Claus and they had the Krampus.
But I would have been okay with that. I was so in love with imaginary things, like I just.
Well, you know what the Krampus is, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I was saying.
I would have been following every superstition to keep him out of my house. Whatever I needed to do, Krampus would not be on my doorstep.
Evil Santa Claus.
I just thought, wow, so they terrified their children into behaving.
Yeah, and it would have worked on me totally. I would have been like, oh, hell no demon devil thingy coming to my house for Christmas. Nope, I want the old man with the gifts. That's all we need here. Thank you.
Most of our quote-unquote fairy tales that we have, like Little Red Riding Hood and stuff like that, Grimm's fairy tales, they're not as pretty in the real ones as we.
Oh no! I heard that the Cinderella one, the wicked stepsisters, so they could get their feet to fit the shoe, would hack off pieces of their foot.
Yeah, so those Grimm fairy tales were a lot more brutal.
Well, yeah,
that's why I take solace when I do something weird like cluster fudge, because I'm like, well, someday it could become like 100 years from now. That could be a Disney fantasy tale.
You ever read Canterbury Tales?
No, should I?
Oh, you should. It's a good one. There's a story about these 3 thieves, right? And they steal this gold. One goes into town and hires somebody to kill one of the thieves, right? And then he puts poison in some wine and gives it to one, right? And he drinks the poison and he dies. And then he forgets which cup has the poison in it, and he drinks the poison himself and he dies. But no one gets the treasure. It's stuff like that.
I like stuff like that.
Or like Beowulf, where Beowulf rips off Grendel's arm and beats him down with it. And then he goes to the swamp and kills Grendel's hag mom.
Very nice.
Or like Grendel is like, he picks up 13 guys with one hand and crushes them.
I'm into that kind of stuff.
That's the kind of stuff they read back then.
But I do like that stuff. I wonder if I was like just born a few years too late.
Yeah.
Well, Grendel is way old. That's like 1,000 years old, that tale.
I keep thinking of remember the little indie comic Grendel guy?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I keep thinking of whenever you mention him, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you mean the legendary lore, mythological Grendel. I
Yeah.
mean the little
The
I don't know,
the
wannabe
poem
Batman.
werewolf.
Yeah, and from what I know, it's somewhat supposed to be based on reality of something. So
You mean like symbolism?
no, it's supposed to be an actual real story.
So there was a big.
There might be some symbolism in it, but
So there's
Except like he was probably a Nephilim, right?
who knows? You know, I've heard one thing that said maybe it was a T-Rex. You know,
Could be, yeah.
Okay.
I know that doesn't fit with the hag mom part, but
Hey, let's not get technical here. We're just playing.
yeah.
You know?
Hold on, my head's hurting there.
So, guys, I'm gonna shut it down because it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, and
Yeah.
I have many children to see. I'm old now. I have
Okay.
children, and they have children.
Well, hopefully next Tuesday you'll get over to my show, 10 o'clock Eastern.
Is
every
that
Tuesday.
a hangout show at
yeah,
night?
hang out. Just
10
hang
o'clock
about
at night.
10 p.m.
At night?
Eastern. Yeah.
Okay. Not
To
8
about midnight, you know, like come
It's
and go
not
as you
10
please.
p.m. in the afternoon. It's 10 p.m. at night.
Could be 10 p.m.
There's
in
no
the
10
afternoon.
p.m. in the afternoon. You fool.
Yeah, I'm out of it, brother. All
All
right.
right.
so I'll
pity
talk
the
to you guys
fool.
soon. And I might actually do some streaming this week, and I wanted to start doing live streams with drawing, but every time I see Rick do it, I can't get to my pad and do it with him.
I haven't. All I'm doing now on Tuesdays is I'm just drawing whatever, and just everybody hangs out and just talks about whatever.
I love drawing whatever. Whatever is the coolest thing to draw.
You know, this week I did honor two people, Kevin Conroy and Jason David Frank.
So I have a question since you mentioned his name. I've been afraid to ask, but didn't he like kill himself?
Yeah, that's what
So
I heard.
like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I mourn his death, but like some of these people are like he's a hero and this and that, and I'm like, I know how he represented heroism to the people, but I feel like crazy that this guy killed himself and nobody like is addressing that. Like, why did he kill himself? How did he kill himself? I'm a little
I don't know how, but I heard he went through just recently went through a very bitter divorce.
Oh, fudge. All right.
In fact, one of the things that happened to him, he got served the divorce papers at a convention at the table.
Oh, yeah, that would crush a person.
I don't know
All right,
whether.
now I know why they're not talking about it, but I was like a little stunned. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, the guy killed himself. Nobody's talking about that.
You know, like
it's just kind of scary.
That's what I heard from my chat. You know, on Tuesday we talked about it a little.
Oh yeah, I had no idea what happened to the guy.
But yeah, well, Tim was there. Here, that was just brutal. You know,
And I have to admit, I went all out for him when he was in the Power Rangers, and my son was watching. I was like, Green Ranger rocks. And then when I think he was the White Ranger.
White Ranger.
In the movie.
Then he became Red Ranger.
Yeah, well, I was out of it by the time he was Red Ranger, but I was through the green and white.
Oh,
and then when he eventually went away from it for a bit and came back, in I think Dino Thunder, and he ended up being the Black Ranger.
Was that when he became Dr. Tommy?
Yeah.
I saw those on YouTube. Actually,
Dr. Tommy.
I was watching him about 2 weeks ago before his death, because the Power Rangers are definitely an influence on Manguy. They're not the influence. I'd say there's more influence from Battle of the Planets than Power Rangers, but there's a connection between those teams, even if you look at costume teams, colors, concept. So yeah, I've been brushing up on all my Japanese influences.
Yeah. Anyways, you were trying to close this down.
I can never do it right, but yes, I'm gonna click now. And good night, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Good night.
Peace out. And here it goes.